Breaking news from the Amhara region, where Fano fighters are advancing towards some key facilities and cities. They have taken control of some strategic places. One road has been cut off. Pictures have been released by Fano fighters to substantiate their claims. Suddenly, Fano groups are on the offensive. So, what is the next target of Fano fighters? What happened today? All that in this video. Before that, an update and an explanation. Update is about live chat. I was due to host a live chat. I announced earlier today that I will host live tonight. But the topic which I am working on needs more verification. That is why I think tomorrow or day after tomorrow I'll host a live chat. Firstly. Secondly, people are sending me emails. They're saying, Sajid, in the morning you broke news that Ethiopian military is withdrawing from Amhara, from Oromia. But what we're seeing in Wollo is that ENDF is suffering heavy losses. Your information is wrong. Rather, more ENDF units will enter Amhara to protect Wollo. Well, my information is not wrong. I reported in that video that withdrawal started almost a week ago. I said withdrawal is gradual. ENDF wants to see if regional forces can confront Fano or not. If regional forces start collapsing, ENDF will reverse its decision, firstly. Secondly, I mentioned about Tadasse's meetings in the Amhara region. Baba Tadasse, Deputy Chief of Staff, met with Amhara regional government officials, zonal officials. I said meetings have been held in Kambolcha, in Debre Birhan. We could see meetings in Gondar, in Bahida. Today, Ethiopian Press News Agency confirmed my report. You can see a report published by Ethiopian Press News Agency about Tadasse's meeting with zonal officials in Cambodia. What did they discuss? They talked about withdrawal. Yes, they won't mention that in official statements, but this is what ENDF wants to do. If ENDF wants to wage war on Eritrea, it wants limited withdrawal from Amhara, but that could be costly, very costly. Back to the video viewers. The Fano fighters are claiming that today they captured over 500 ENDF soldiers. Yesterday, they captured 175 soldiers in one day. And yesterday they claimed they killed around 500 ENDF soldiers in operations launched in North Wollo, South Wollo. Today it seems was another difficult day for the Ethiopian National Defense Force. Fano fighters have released pictures. Pictures can be geolocated. They have confirmed their entry at least in some strategic areas. Firstly, again, Wollo, Fano on the offensive. Mere Wodajo led Wollo Fano, which is part of Amhara Fano National Force, is on the offensive. Yesterday's gains by Fano were in Wollo. Today's gains by Fano again in Wollo. Today, Fano groups pushed from South Gondar, North Wollo border towards deep into North Wollo. The main push today came from Waghimra, from South Gondar towards North Wollo. And Fano fighters today released images showing their control of Moja. Moja is a town in Gidan Voreda. They shared pictures from Moja, where Fano fighters can be seen standing in front of a bank, Abe Bank. Then they released pictures from Sanka, not Sinka, Sanka. There, Fano fighters can be seen standing in front of Commercial Bank of Ethiopia, Sanka branch. So they have visually confirmed their entry at least in Sanka and in Moja. Some Gidan Warada officials have been killed in today's attacks by Fano fighters. Sanka is located on Woldia to Debre Tabor road. Since Fano groups are in control of Sanka, it means the road has been cut off. And from this direction, from Vrata, Debre Tabor, Lalibela, which is a little far away, Sanka, Fano groups are pushing towards Woldia. Their next destination is Woldia. They want to enter Woldia. And they might get support from the north. To the north of Woldia is Alamata. Obo, then Alamata, and people say that Fano fighters could get support from Tegarai fighters. I don't know, but it can happen. Will Fano fighters enter Woldia? Will they try to remain in control of Woldia? Will they carry out hit and run attack? That we'll see in coming hours. So far, they say they are pushing towards Woldia after inflicting heavy losses on the Ethiopian National Defense Force in Sanka and in Moja and in Lasta too. What about Lalibela? Unconfirmed reports that Fano groups are advancing towards Lalibela airport. In the last 2 years, they took control of this airport twice. In 2023, they captured the airport. For 24 hours, the airport remained non-operational. Then over a year ago, again, they captured the airport. Again, reportedly, Fano groups are advancing towards Lalibela airport. So, Wollo Fano on the offensive, other Fano groups silent. I mean, is it just a flash in the pan, or it's a joint offensive by all Fano groups? If it's a joint offensive, then why is that Gundar Fano, Gujjum Fano, Shoa Fano are not actively participating in this operation? It seems to be an individual operation by Wollo Fano, firstly. Secondly, I don't think that Fano groups are in a position to remain in control of these places. Sanka, Moja, Woldia. I don't think. So we'll have to wait. Secondly, interestingly, when Ethiopian government promoted generals a few days ago, 66 senior officers of the Ethiopian National Defense Force were promoted to the ranks of general, brigadier general, lieutenant general, major general. Field commanders were not promoted. I mean, Lieutenant General Asifa Chikol was not promoted. He's head of Eastern Command, Northeastern Command, I think. And the area where ENDF is suffering losses at the hands of Fano is the area of the command led by Lieutenant General Asifa Chikol. It was being rumored that he had been placed under house arrest, suspended, unconfirmed. Rumors by pro-Fano sources. Not promoted. Asifa Chikol, not promoted. What about Muhammad Tassima? He is a lieutenant general too, I think. Not promoted. What about Birhano Bakele? Lieutenant general, again, not promoted. I mean, field commanders have not been promoted. Some very senior field commanders. Why? maybe they are junior, they are, and their seniors have been promoted. I don't have the seniority list. That's why I cannot say if they're junior or not. But generally, field commanders are given preference when it comes to promotions because these people risk their lives. They lead forces on front lines. They are battle hardened people, but they were ignored rewardingly. Overall, we're seeing a sudden escalation to the extent of Wollo in fighting between the government forces and Fano fighters. I will do a video hopefully in coming hours about Fano's advance towards Woldia. Will they enter Woldia? In Woldia, a rally was held today, by the way. We know that in Ethiopia, different parts of Ethiopia, celebratory rallies are being taken out to celebrate the inauguration of Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam. In Woldia, a rally was taken out, backed by the government today. Let's see what happens in coming hours. Thank you for watching.